everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going back to the basics and I'm going to show you how to do this really simple everyday makeup look that you can really pair with any lipstick or lip gloss or any type of like rest of the makeup. So first, when you're doing an eyeshadow look, you definitely should prime your eyelids because this is definitely going to prolong the wear of your eyeshadows. They're going to last a lot longer, they're going to look a lot better as well. So after that, you want to take a pale shimmering color, and I'm using MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in Lightscapade. That is actually limited edition, but it's currently in stock, so if you want one, you definitely should get it. And then using my Naked palette, which is just a very basic everyday type of palette. Just select any type of very natural brown shade that is slightly darker from your natural skin tone, and then with a fluffy brush just work it in your crease, and that is basically where your lid kind of touches your brow bone and it kind of sinks in. So just use your brush to place the color and to find the right shape. Then I'm gonna take a smaller crease brush and I'm gonna take the darker shade called Buck, and I'm just applying it right into the hollows of the cheek, not the cheeks, of the eye. And the fluffier brush was more to give a wash of color, and then this one to add more dimension. And by using the lighter color first, you're just adding a lot more dimension and natural look to the eyes. And then with a lot smaller brush, I'm just using the darker shade and applying it to the lower lash line. Now this is important to really make the definition kind of flow through the eyes and not kind of stop and look very top heavy. And then with a smaller angled brush, because I'm going to be using full eyeliner and I wanna kind of make it look as perfect as possible, using very dark eyeshadow is a great way to kind of make your lashes look a lot thicker and also to hide any mistakes that you might make during your first couple of tries using a liquid liner. So that is definitely a really good tip to use. And then when you're actually done with that, you can move on to your liquid liner. I feel like felt tips are a lot easier, and I just follow my natural lash line, just pressing the liner right against the lashes, and this kind of gives me the most control and also makes the liner a lot easier to apply. And then I'm just winging it out, just following my lower lash line, so I'm kind of, you know, seeing where the line should go just by looking on my lower lash line, and that way it's just a lot easier to make it even on both eyes. And then taking the virgin shade and a small pencil brush, I'm just highlighting the brow bone to lift my eyes and open up the look just by applying it also in the inner corner. And this is a really good trick when you're looking a little bit tired and you just want to highlight a little bit to make yourself look a lot more wide awake. Then I'm curling my lashes using my Tarte lash curlers that I absolutely love, and applying a few coats of my mascara. For this look, I'm definitely skipping false lashes because I'm sure anybody who's just starting with makeup doesn't want to, you know, go too crazy. So just use any mascara that you really like. I'm using my Bourjois 30 Seconds mascara both on my top and bottom lashes. A good tip for when you're applying mascara on your lower lashes is to actually place a mirror right above your head, and that way when you're looking upwards, you're just not gonna smudge the mascara on your lower lash line, which is a great thing. And then moving on to the face, I'm using my tan blush palette from Coastal Scents, and first I'm taking this brownish shade and a smaller angled brush, and doing a fishy face, I'm just slightly applying it right below my cheekbones. This is gonna give me a bit more dimension, but make sure that you don't pass the middle of your cheeks, just because that way it can look a little bit muddy and weird. And then with a bigger brush and this really nice pink shade, I'm just applying it to the apples and then blending it into the first color, and that way you just have a very natural gradient look on your cheeks, and I absolutely love doing that. And to soften it up, I'm just using my powder brush I was using to set my foundation, and that way everything just looks really natural. And lastly, you can finish off with any lip color that you want. I went for a lip liner, which has definitely lately been my go-to look. I don't know why, I just wasn't really a fan of lipsticks or lip glosses in the past few weeks, so yeah, it just works for me. I'm really a fan of a matte lip, so use whatever you want. With this look, you definitely can go a bit bolder or you can go very natural. It all depends on what you want. And that is basically my beginner's kind of eye makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any other of my videos. And I'll talk to you guys super soon in my next one. Bye!